That's it. Yo, what up, everybody? How y'all doing? This is Grind2Hard podcast. You're watching episode number 51. I want to thank y'all for watching, and hope y'all are keeping it positive, stay motivated, and we want you to. Our motive is to keep going. But I have guests here today to talk about his life and see if his passion can help y'all out. This is Steven Tibbs. Thank you, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate for coming on the podcast.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Chilling.
How's your day, man? How's your week been?
Working. It's only Tuesday, man, but I wish it was fucking Friday already.
There you go. One of those, right? Is the weekend your weekend off, or like you take it off, or what do you do?
No, I have it off from work, but I don't have it off from being a dad. So
there you go. So it's 24/7. Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you. So, Mr. Tibbs, are you here? Are you from here in El Paso?
Nope.
Where are you from?
Nope, I'm from where you from, bro.
Oh, it's on your shirt. Let me see.
Hey, I had to
Florida.
do it, man. I had to do it, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I was actually born here in El Paso, and then I was transplanted right to South Florida.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But I mean, spent most of my life there, though. That's the thing. I grew up. I mean, I seen the best team in Florida, the Miami Hurricanes, play. I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you. Being that you're a Florida Gators fan, you know what I mean? Because I grew up actually being in South Florida, and it's always like it's a rivalry, man.
Dude,
it's a huge rivalry every single year.
It's second to biggest. I mean, obviously, there's Florida State, right?
Like, right.
But then you even got Florida State and Miami. And
it's like that's what I'm saying. That triangle. It's like a triangle.
It's. I mean, even Dion said it. Couple days ago, Coach Prime, like the dogs come out of Florida, man. All of them.
Watch out. So let me throw some. I'm gonna throw some words at you. See what you think. Tell me the first thing that comes. Emmitt Smith.
Gator. Great.
Gator. Badass, right?
Yep.
Tim Tebow.
Goat.
I love him too, man. That little fucking
best quarterback.
That little pass that he like jumped
history.
And passed, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, I remember everything, dude. I remember everything. That was a year. That was a pretty cool year.
Yeah, me and my little high school sweetheart at the time, we went to the national championship celebration.
Damn.
In Ben Hill and at the stadium, and dude,
which championship? Like shit.
I want to say the 06, but it could have been the 09 or 08.
So here's another one. Charlie Ward.
Trash.
Man, I watch. See, that's what I'm saying. That it was exciting to watch college football, man. At a certain time, man, it was really exciting. You know.
I don't even have a PlayStation 5, dog. But
yeah.
I cannot wait for that fucking video game to come out. I swear to God.
That's all you want to do.
Somebody's gonna buy me that damn thing. Yeah.
So you could trash Florida State,
dude. Oh my God.
And then Udonis Haslem.
Miami Heat.
Yeah, right. But he didn't. Did he go to Florida?
Did he?
I think he did. I'm pretty sure. Anyway,
Bradley, dude, and I'm wearing a. Damn, you got me, bro.
Yeah, no. I'm saying I don't even know, but I assume I was thinking back. I was like, it's got to be UD. But the reason I respect him is because he stayed in Florida, and then he was a big time Miami Heat. I mean, he's like the OG of freaking Miami right now. Sure. Yeah, for sure. So where'd you actually live? What city?
So Palatka, Florida. Small town.
Florida. Holy shit! I never heard of that.
Like half the size of the east side,
okay.
Maybe. Literally like 10,000 people.
And where, on the west side? It was on the west side of Florida?
North central, so like, you know where Jacksonville is?
Yeah.
So like an hour and a half south of Jacksonville.
So like between Orlando and
Jacksonville. 2 hours north of Orlando. Yeah.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah,
so I was in South Florida, like 3 hours south in Fort Lauderdale.
Dude,
crazy.
I never had the urge to go to Miami, I guess, because I just
it's a different style.
Parts of Florida, right?
It's a different style, yeah. For sure. If you're Tampa, Daytona, that area.
But man, they would eat me up there, bro. Like,
I guess you know what I mean. I guess it's more. You're more closer to the culture of Georgia and like the Creole, and then you have
say it, man. Rednecks.
Okay, so it's a redneck style, and then South Florida is more like fashion. I don't even know what to call it like, but
it's just more liberal, more upbeat, more.
But like a retirees, I would say like what do they call them?
Retired. The birds.
The birds flock. Yeah, man. So everybody from New York like lives in South Florida, in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, Pompano Beach, Boca Raton, all that area and stuff like that.
I I went to high school with this girl who sells homes now in Boca Raton, and she's like she looks like a millionaire. She's got to be a fucking millionaire. Like,
I mean, shit.
And it's just crazy to see, people from that little town, and then they go out and do their own thing, and that's cool. Like the thing, like doing it in Florida, doing it in other parts of the country, man. Like
it's just a higher cost of living, so you have to hustle harder, I guess.
Absolutely, man, and it's respect to those people, because it's 100. More expensive to go out into the world and do things on your own by yourself.
1000%.
And so to those people that do it, man, props, because it's fucking hard, bro.
Yeah, well, you're doing the same thing, man. We're gonna get into that. So how did you get to how'd you get to El Paso?
United States Army. Private first class. Okay,
so you were in high school in Florida, and then you graduated and then joined the military.
Yeah, so I got out. I graduated early, actually. Graduated a year early, and I was working at a pizza joint, bro. I was just kind of up in the air, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I don't know. I get these wild hairs up my ass, bro. And I just went with it. I was like, bro, this is a free ticket out of town. Like, sign me up.
You went to the military, and you went to the Army, or what?
I joined the Army. Don't think your recruiter, Sergeant First Class Justin Gravitz, had the reddest fucking hair I've ever seen, and he signed me up for the military. He made me run like 8 miles like 8 miles a week, I think, like a mile a day, and like 2 miles on Saturday or something like that. And then we would do these PT tests to get ready for everything. It was insane, bro. And I was fat at that time because I was fresh out of high school. I was weightlifting.
Yeah.
So I was
like husky.
Yeah, I was just chunky, boy. I was a chunky boy.
Yeah, did you play? You play football?
Dude, I only played football my freshman year, but it was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. But I know you like football.
I love watching football as a lazy fuck.
Yeah.
But playing football is a different story.
Yeah, I'll say.
Especially
for sure.
You want to go out and do other things, like it's tough to focus on that and like. I'll just say it, partying, yeah, exactly.
whatever
you wanted to do, just being a kid, I guess that was more entertaining to me.
Oh, trust me, yeah. I was on the team for like the first half of the the years, and then my grades, and I'll be kicked off the team.
Yeah, dude, I don't know how I made it with my grades, but I did. Weightlifting was just more my thing, man. And I actually, not any thanks to me, but my I think I was a junior or a sophomore, and we won state, man. We won state
for weightlifting.
Yeah,
damn, badass, dude.
I got the medal. I didn't fucking lift a single. I didn't even go with these boys, but I was on the team.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I'm gonna claim it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But yeah, man.
So then you're about to join the military, and he gets you pretty much like in somewhat of shape.
Better shape. Yeah. I lost some weight. Passed my PT test, because you got to pass the PT test to even like enlist, right?
Oh, okay.
Like you have standards. So I mean, I don't know about now, but it's probably changed. But it was I did it, and they were like, bro, you're going to MEPS August 9th. So I missed my mom's birthday. I was in basic training for my mom's birthday. I was in basic training for my birthday.
MEPS? What's MEPS?
MEPS is like an entrance program, I guess, like where you you get all your paperwork and documents straightened out, direct deposit, pay, your rank and all that.
And where was it? What city was it? In Florida?
Jacksonville. I stayed at the Ramada Inn off of like Normandy or something.
Yeah.
And I stayed the night there, and I didn't sleep at all. I was so nervous.
I can imagine. God. Basic training was the next day? Is that boot camp?
No. So the next day I woke up, and I spent most of the day there. And then at the end of the day, we flew to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And then from Atlanta, we got on a bus and drove a couple hours south, I believe, to Fort Benning. And, bro, if you've ever been to Georgia in August.
It's hot.
It's so fucking hot.
Like humid hot, though.
Yeah, dude. You're just sweating balls all the time. Like, it's crazy. It's something else.
So is it basic training and boot camp? Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, boot camp is just like a nonchalant term, I guess.
Okay. What would you say that in retrospect about boot camp?
fuck that place.
Really? What? They just push you to the limits,
dude,
or what?
Yeah, man. You would have guys in your face just yelling constantly, and you know what? It turns you into a man, man.
Yeah,
it really does. That was the best thing I ever could have done for my life.
You were kind of like
could have ever done for my life. Yeah,
doing whatever the fucking life.
Yeah, just kind of float. I mean, and I wouldn't say floating because I was a year out of high school. I had options. But yeah, it
gives you like focus,
it builds character,
yeah,
it builds
sure.
a lot of different things, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, in retrospect, probably should have stayed in the military.
How much time did you put in?
Just
4 years,
and I got out. But you know, and I see these guys that I grew up with in basic and in my first duty station here in El Paso, and it's wild because they're up there in rank, right? Like I got this guy that I talked to, and he's he's almost I think he's an E7 right now, sergeant first class.
Wow.
So those dudes are killing it, man. I mean, and you think about it and you're like, you know, time's going to pass by either way. I think I said that earlier.
Yeah.
And I believe it, man, because time is going to pass either way. 14 years, I would have had like 14 years in. So it's one of those things where you look back and you're like, well, you know, you learn your lesson.
So you would have stayed in. I mean, I don't think you like, so when you got out, like, what were you do? What would you do? What'd you end up doing? Were you like, I'm gonna do this, or were you like, fuck, I just gotta get a job?
Dude, I jumped around a lot. I sold cars for a little bit.
Nice.
And it was fun. That's fun.
I did that, yeah, for sure. That's hard.
You know what's hard is being in the middle of a sales manager and a customer. That
Why?
was the hardest thing.
Just
for
shut
me.
up.
Dude, God, like, you got one guy over here telling you one thing, and then you got the customer over here like, no.
Yeah.
And dude, I could
when you're
not
dropping
find
the first pencil and everything like that.
A happy medium in there. Like,
yeah,
that was tough.
Me neither.
And I went into it thinking, like, I love cars. I love doing this kind of stuff. I love being around that atmosphere. And it was one of my first mistakes. So yeah, you learn, you live, you learn.
Yeah,
it was fun while I sold a car my first day on the floor.
Nice.
Dude, like straight up at Shimali Buick GMC, man. Shout out to Doug Hafner for giving me a shot, man.
Nice, that's what's up.
He took me to the auction. He showed me that route and everything, and I was gonna buy into it, man, but it's very tough.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Very tough.
Yeah. I was bartending like for a little while, and then this guy Gabe Rivera, shout out Gabe Rivera, because he came to me. He's like, dude, you got a good personality, man. You could really sell some cars.
Exactly,
right? And I was like, I don't know, man. I'm making good money here bartending, but you know, I got let go at that bartending place, and then first thing I was thinking, I was like, let me see if he's for real. So I walked over there, you know, and I said, hey, man, you for real about the job? He's like, yeah, definitely, right away. Got me, you know, figured out, and you know, I was on the sales floor. You know, I'm getting
fun,
shadowed.
Man.
It was fun, but it was like intimidating, man, because like you're selling a $40,000, you know, vehicle, right? You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, I didn't get it, man. I really didn't get it. Like, you have to like marry the vehicle with the person. You know what I mean? Like first, like, you know what I mean? Get that test drive and make them fall in love, right?
Yeah, that's the tough thing.
Yeah.
And especially if you don't know your equipment, right? Like if you're just if you're not even a car guy and then you're working there, like.
You're guessing,
I can imagine
or
that's got to be tough.
Yeah, it was, man. So, but you learn, you know what I mean? Like as you watch other salesmen do their thing, like you just have product knowledge, you know, get that, and then that confidence comes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you know which cars, you maybe don't know 100%, but you know 50% of what, you know, basically, you know, some things anyway.
And it goes a long way, man, because I remember they would be like I had this one customer. He was like, I want to, you know, he wanted like I think it was a Denali. It was in 2014, so it was right when those new body style GMCs came out. And it was a Denali. Dude, that thing was clean. I think it was like 65 grand, right?
Damn.
And he was telling me all these things that he wanted, and I was like, and I knew right off the bat, I was like, we don't have any of those in stock, right? Like, because I just kind of knew the inventory. I knew, I think it was an LTZ he wanted or something like that.
Some
and,
specific.
We didn't have any, and so I told him, and I was like, you know what? But we can special order you one, and he fell in love with that idea right away, right? And so that's upselling, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what you would call it, but that's, you know, getting the most
more in the front end. That's more in the front end right there.
Yeah, and it was fun, man. Like I sold that truck, but it was tough when it was tough on the other side of that, where like your manager's like, why are you discounting so much, or we can't discount this much, or blah. Dude, it's
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's one of those business. I was gonna say it's one of those business like you either like have a knack for or you don't. Like personally, like I'm real passionate, so like I could be the most product knowledge person, and then when it comes to sitting down and like getting the numbers, then that's a whole different story. Like you're talking about, because you know, your customers telling you their budget and what they want to pay, and then you go to your manager and it's like fucking complete opposite of what they write, you know. And so you have to like meet in the middle, but that whole process is something else. Yeah, it's crazy.
Not my favorite job.
Not my favorite. Yeah, not my favorite job either. But yeah, we definitely. I would say I learned a lot. Like sales, like I was thrown into the fire of sales.
Customer
you know what I mean?
Service. You know,
customer
like
service.
wanting to treat the customer right, to get the most bang out of your buck. Right. Like.
Yeah.
That's that. I did learn that. I'm grateful for that.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. And then you're on your own too. You know, like it was ding to dong, the whole 7 to 7 thing, and I was like, I could work 9 to 5. Or I could work 7 to 7, or I could work 2 to 4.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's up to you. I really learned that. You know, in sales, it's up to you how much time you put in, because it's, you know, it could be it could be a whole day of marketing, and then the next day you get 2 sales. Absolutely. You know what I mean?
That's that's that dedication.
It's sales though. That's just what sales is, man.
Yeah.
So military, you got out, and then you're working. Have you been working like type of 9 to 5 job since then, or?
Dude, no, I can't do 9 to 5s.
No,
no, I don't. I'm not good with those, man. I got my CDL after that. And,
okay.
I just been running with that for the longest time.
Driving trucks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's I mean, the return on quick investment, right? Like you pay a couple G's and you get your CDL. I subscribe to that, man. Like the easiest way to make money is the easiest way to make money. But I went and got my CDL. I worked for Mesilla Valley, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I ran for those guys for a little bit, and I ran over the road, and I didn't like it. I was married at the time, so I was like, no, you know, it's not for me. I need to be home. And
what's the schedule like per week?
Dude, well, when you first start, you're gone. They want you to run. So you're running like 3,000 miles a week, like probably 2 to 3 weeks out at a time, and then like a couple days home, you know. So it's tough.
Yeah, man, that's tough.
That was tough, and I did it. I had 2 stints with that, right? So I did that, and then I ran out of Nashville for a little bit, actually, and that was fun for a little bit. I did that for 3 or 4 months, and again, I couldn't hack it. So the second time is when I knew. I was like, okay, over the road, not for me.
Yeah.
But in between there, I worked for the pipeline company that I work for now. I'm a project coordinator there.
Pipeline company, okay.
Yeah, Little Big Inch pipeline company. So we work real close with the gas line company, and we just install services and stuff like that. It's an awesome gig. It's
like a labor job, right? Like you're digging, or how's that work?
No. I'm a so our company installs gas lines for the gas company. So like you know, we got all the new housing developments out here, subdivisions. There's 2 in the Northeast right now that are just huge. Campo del Sol and the Norte's up there. And
is that a trade or something you learned, or how's that work?
Oh no, I got into it with a buddy that I learned from CDL.
Nice.
I got my CDL, and I met this guy, and he's a good friend of mine, and he helped me get on with the pipeline company, working CDL work with them. So just driving and delivering, you know, equipment and stuff like that. And so I did that for a couple of years, and then decided to go. That's when I left for Nashville, right? So that was kind of in between there, and it was dope, man. Like the CDL thing is cool. It's fun, right? You know. But everything else is going crazy in the world, man. Like everything is so expensive, dude. Like you can't, you know, like. I thought the trucking money used to be good money, and it's not good money anymore, right? Like,
okay. It's just like average money, or what? So you'd rather stay home and deal with whatever job is at home, or I don't. I mean,
so
it used to be more lucrative, like way more lucrative.
Yeah, you can always find local driving jobs.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Like, so that's what I did with the pipeline company, and I eventually just turned it into a management job, and I'm a project coordinator with them now, and it's it's rewarding, man. I kind of switched it up a little bit, not really using my CDL anymore. So it's a little bit of a career change, I guess. Just going in a different path.
Yeah.
But it's eye-opening for sure. It's fun, dude. Like you take all the skills that you learn. You know what I mean? You take everything and you just keep building. Yeah,
I mean that's basically like what I did. I mean, you get culinary school, but then like you don't get in the kitchen. You know that doesn't apply. So you have to pick up what this guy teaches you, what that guy teaches you, and then kind of apply it to your everyday thing, your everyday routine, and then like little by little pull out your culinary tools and try to up your game, what you can do and stuff like that for sure.
It's
how many years you have in with the piping company?
Altogether, right under four. So been with them for a little bit. Just recently got into the project coordinator role, and it's fun, man. Like learning that, because you're going from something that you're using your hands every day. You're driving. You're literally just, that's a sort of labor, and then you're going to the other side of it. You're using Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word, all that shit, and you're like, what?
Yeah, that's a graduation part of climbing that ladder, you know what I'm saying? Like the same thing with the chef, dude. Like, cause like you could be a sous chef where you're running the kitchen and like doing everything that executive chefs does, and then when you become exec, like you're just directing the sous chef, and then you're on the Word, Excel, making all the orders. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you do have that extra time to create the menu, and then you pass that on to the sous chef, and he teaches the brigade how it needs to be done and stuff like that. Crazy. And then sometimes as an exec you'll make that extra time or have an extra time if you're coordinated enough to be out there and seeing what the people are doing with the pans, stuff like that. But that's just the graduation of what happens.
And the executive chef is literally just the owner?
Not necessarily the owner, but like the executive of the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like the top of the kitchen.
So like they'd be hired by the owner.
Exactly. Like a partner. They'll be partner. So that usually the hierarchy is like an owner, and then they could either know or not know about the business at all. And then there's a GM, and then there's a executive chef.
That movie Chef, you had to have seen it, right?
The one where they have a food truck at the end or whatever. Yeah. So
that's kind of that scenario, right? Like
I think so. I don't remember the bulk of it.
The guy is running. He's running the kitchen. I can't remember his freaking name now.
Yeah. Favreau.
He's awesome.
John Favreau.
John
Favreau. Yeah.
John Favreau. Whatever, man. No, dude. Yeah. So I think in the beginning he works for somebody. He works for
he gets tired of working for somebody like
and he's like, fuck it, I quit, right?
Yeah, because the passion, you lose the passion a little bit, I think, but that's the natural progression of a chef, though. You know what I mean? That's where you go.
You want to be at the top, right?
Yeah,
like, you don't
for
really
sure.
And I think
you want your name on it, like, you know what I mean? Like
chefs, and don't take this the wrong way, I think chefs always want to be at the top, right? Like, I don't think they have the the attitude, the mentality to be under somebody, right?
It's an ego thing, but like I'll tell you, like like for instance, when I first got in the game, it was always about ego. It's like, okay, how are you gonna compete against these guys? They want
the biggest competition.
Yeah, they want hours just like you want hours. So you know what I mean? Like, so you got to earn those hours. Like, are you cutting the garlic the same way? Are you cleaning your station the same way? There's a lot of that goes into it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you don't want necessarily their job. You want to just learn yours, and then kind of, I don't know, man. It depends on what your passion is. You know what I mean? For me, it was the cooking, so I wanted to learn. So I wanted to jump on each station and learn each station. I couldn't wait to be the expo, like, because there's like an expo that picks up the plates in the front of the house, but then there's an expo on the line. So you're like, this is the order, calling back the orders.
Expediter.
Yeah. Expediter,
yeah.
So you're calling back the orders, and you might have a pan or two or something, but you're basically coordinating all the plates and plating, right? So you have your grill guy, your saute, your fry, and you're like, hey, boom, 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 and then they send it to you, you plate it up. Okay, fire fry side, so we can get that all coordinated at the same time. You know what I mean? That's what I wanted to do, because I was good at saute, good at fry, I could get down grill, but I never got the opportunity to do that, and I was always like, you know what I mean, striving to get to that position. So, I mean, you are eventually, I mean, I would have got to that position, and then I definitely wanted to be kitchen manager, and then, owner or stuff like that, but it's a game, man. Like, you get burned, you know what I mean? You're like, fuck this, you know what I mean? It's so hard. You're like, fuck this station, fuck this restaurant.
Yeah, just like anything, man. You get burnt out.
Yeah. That's when I did bartending, you know what I mean? So like you can switch and figure out.
Absolutely,
That's why a lot of people tell me like, I'm like, what's your passion? They're like, I don't even know, man. I don't. It's kind of like a better thing because you can try all kinds of fucking things, man. Go out there and ride a horse. Go out there and draw in indoors and draw outdoors, and then just kind of feel your vibe. You know, see what your passion is, if you have a passion for it, you know. Because it's art that you want to bring to the world, you know. Like so.
Have you ever had the food truck idea?
Yeah, I did that in 2012.
Damn, sorry, bro.
we did savory crepes, fruit and savory crepes, and then we did I don't even. Oh yeah, we were. But the thing is, like, we had ideas as chefs. We were two chefs that invested in a food truck, and then it was crazy. We ended up closing it because we were just banging our egos, me and him on the truck, you know.
Yeah.
But we would also try to build menus that people would like, and like savory crepe, it was good, but people weren't like ordering. Oh, let me get that. So we had to like make menudo, make tacos, quesadillas.
Cheetos in them, you would have got
right, something like that, man. We were dang it, man. But it's all good, you know. I mean, it was an experience,
bro.
It was an experience, but like we were slinging menudo in no time, dude. Seriously, yeah. So it was an experience, but I wouldn't go back because that's a hard working job, man. Seriously, I respect everybody who does food trucks. That's a hard fucking job, man. And if you're producing a quality product, even harder, man. Seriously, because I know some of these food trucks like are like like just barely making it, but it's like because it's hard, you know what I mean? Like to get these products on the bus, keep it fresh, you know what I mean?
That's the thing. Yeah.
Find the spot to sell it all.
Exactly. You know? My dad is an amazing chef and a great baker.
Awesome.
And I want him so bad to
get a food truck?
To do croissants. I want him to do fucking fresh croissants out of a food truck in our little town, bro. I mean, the town is so small that there's no way, like nobody else is making fucking croissants. You know what I mean? Like,
well, the new wave is Popups. Have you seen those where you just go to a fair or some kind of like a festival?
You could do pop-ups. You do little events and stuff like that. I mean, who the fuck doesn't like croissants, bro? Like, let's be real.
That's for sure, dude.
Especially, and you know about those Costco croissants, don't you?
Oh, dog, hell yeah, dude. I was a baker for a little while, man. They're frozen, but they're fucking good, dude.
Yeah,
they're fucking good.
It's
everything else they make though, the muffins, they make fucking. There's like, word.
I'll sacrifice some carbohydrates. For
Well, you got a trainer right now or what?
No. No, I like to think that I do.
So I think you're on this entrepreneur tip now, though.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to be like you, bro. I mean, no, for real, man.
Yeah.
You guys motivate me. Everybody that I see on social media doing their own thing. It's positive. It's motivating because in this digital age, like it's so easy to do your own thing. You know what I mean?
Sure, absolutely. And yeah, definitely.
Like your boy was saying earlier, like to have your own niche, like. That right there is a perfect example of that.
That's the part. I mean, if you go to school, like they teach you economics, it's part of marketing. You have to find the niche, right? But
find something that nobody else has.
Right, yeah. So you can slip yourself right into the market and then start making money. But the key is the passion, though. You know what I mean? Like, because you could do anything. You know what I mean? Like, fucking cement is expensive. I can make a lot of money doing the cement, but
tell me about
I mean, there's got to be a passion there somewhere. You know what I mean?
You got to care about something, right? Like, you have to have some sort of connection to it.
And then that would be the key to actually like insert yourself in the market. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Chef work with you, baking with my dad. Honestly, the pressure washing thing with me comes from me. So
that's your business, right? SOP pressure washing.
Yeah, SOP pressure washing. You can find me on Instagram. Facebook.
There you go. That's what's up. We'll make sure to get a plug for you, man.
No, I used to do it when I was a kid. Like I think when you're pressure washing with your dad and stuff like that when you're a kid, it's fun, bro. It's just it's fun, and you still have
to use the gun and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. You holding it, you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Wet some shit.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I always wanted to like use that thing, like, dude, but for a purpose, damn.
Yeah, it's fun. It's hard because I don't know how to sell shit. I'm not a salesperson like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so that part of the that aspect of it is tough, but providing a service is fun. You know, it's sometimes you're just a people pleaser, man. Like,
nice.
Like I just like doing. It's easy for me to do those things. I think of myself as an outgoing person, so it's easy to knock on the doors. It's not easy to get them to say yeah, but it's easy to go and put yourself in front of those people when you have a product that
you believe in.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and I think you're trying to say like it's rewarding because like you gain a customer and like you do a good job and then you're like damn,
right?
You know what I mean? They're gonna if they don't call me back or they don't, I know I did a good job and they're gonna be like damn.
Absolutely.
And they're gonna recommend you. You know what I mean? Like
hopefully you
damn,
get some referrals. Hopefully you get somebody saying hey who pressure washed your thing the other day.
Yeah, that shit looks good.
Your concrete, your house looks whiter. Whatever it is.
So what the word entrepreneurship? What does that mean to you?
Number one, creativity.
Creativity. In what way? I like that though. That's a good answer, man.
That's 100% what it is because, like, at the end of the day, a lot of people can be entrepreneurs, but like you said, you to be a successful entrepreneur, I think you have to create something individual. But
also wear a lot of hats.
Yeah, dude. It's tough. Like, I never until starting this business, and this is like. Let me be clear. This is a side business.
Sure.
This is a side business.
Yeah, you have to sacrifice some time to like, get it going. Yeah, for sure.
Right. So, and even with that, it's still tough. Like, there's still so many things. I'm already, preemptively thinking like, well, if I have to hire an employee, now what does that take my business to? Now I have to provide, some kind of liability insurance, all these different things. A W-2 to somebody, so, and I'm not even there yet. But it's like you think about those things and you're like, wow.
I think one of the number one things an entrepreneur can have like in their tool belt, and this is something I get from Gary Vee. I'm not gonna try to say like it's from me, but is patience, man. Seriously, like the number one thing is patience, because like you have a vision obviously and what you want the business to be and where you can be, and that's something that you got to keep your eye on. But at the same time, like it's not gonna be overnight, obviously. So just take your time. You know what I mean? Build something every day. Like I did the same customer today, but then I'm gonna do another customer tomorrow. Maybe I'll take a picture and post it, you know what I mean, and then get a momentum going that you do that every time. Okay, so every time I do a customer, I'll post at least one time. Maybe I could post with the customer, ask them, hey, would you take a picture with me? Because things get intimate when you actually put yourself on the pictures and stuff like that. So you'll learn, man. Seriously, I'll give you a book that I started with. It was called Crushing It. It's by Gary Vee, and basically it shows you all the avenues of like Facebook, what people want to see, and then Instagram and whatever, and then kind of gives you like, okay, what platform do you use the most? Instagram?
Yeah, probably Instagram. I mean, most of the time it's Facebook and Instagram.
So with Facebook, like you'd be surprised that people want to like see a story or like watch. They'll spend the time and watch. So that's where I would definitely like want, like Paul was saying, like post that video of a time lapse of you cleaning a house, because they'll take the time on Facebook to watch it. On Instagram, it's better be like 10 seconds, you know what I'm saying? But like on Facebook, they'll stop, read what about your business real quick, and then watch the video and be like, oh shoot, that's local. Oh man, let me get my house washed. You know what I mean? That's what Facebook. We're different facet. Instagram has got to be a quick picture that's really enticing, and then they might read the paragraph, right? So it's like a different game, man. Each one is each platform is a different kind of game in a way, but it's all marketing. It's all free marketing, and that's why you should manipulate it as much as possible. So if you're on Instagram only, then you're like, you're putting yourself behind the gun a little bit. Put up Facebook, put TikToks, you know what I mean, and you incorporate like some goofiness if you want to, but it's to catch the attention, and attention is that number one thing that you want to catch, so whatever it takes, you know what I'm saying? Like for you, it's the cleaning. So once put stars blinging on the houses after you're done, you know what I mean? And they're like, oh shit, I want my house blinging, you know what I mean? But so like marketing, is there anything other than that we talked about that you're like a question or you were interested in that you want to research more?
Marketing wise, I really need to step out of my comfort zone, I think, because
for sure we all do.
You know what I mean? Like you got to find that next thing. There's all kinds of little things that you could do for like for example, for these types of businesses, like landscaping, pressure washing, all these little services. Go make flyers, man. Go make flyers and put them out.
I was gonna say, do you have a business card?
That's exact. That I use business cards and I use flyers and door knockers.
For sure.
You know, that's 100% of my business comes from that.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's still at a scale where it's small, right?
Right.
So,
no, it's a beginning,
but
though.
you build a clientele.
Build that database,
right?
yeah.
The marketing is what is just the bridge to the clientele. Like,
For
it's
sure.
just a bridge to having everlasting customers, having more and more customers, and then them calling you back.
Yeah.
Because house cleaning doesn't last forever. Concrete, you know, gets dirty after a couple of months.
Sure.
You know, and what it's crazy because you see your concrete, you see this piece of property, and you're like, oh, it doesn't look that dirty, and then you clean it,
and you're like,
and you're like, holy shit,
looks brand new.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then your neighbor sees it, right? And so that's a form of marketing.
For sure.
It's it really just goes back to the consistency, man. Like,
For sure.
There's a lot of marketing is successful.
For sure.
To do it consistently is where the
saturation, get into the people's heads and stuff like that, for sure.
If Kobe was a fucking salesman, he would have been the best salesman because he was consistent, right? Like
every day, every morning, for sure, man.
Exactly.
How about networking, man? Do you ever like reach out business to business?
Got to. Now,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that earlier. You have to network, man. It's important. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Absolutely,
right?
man. And it solidifies your name, you know what I'm saying? Like when you introduce yourself, who you are, what your business is.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? They're like, it's not just, I seen that,
And
I
the
don't know.
more
Oh
you
no,
do
that's Steven, that's Tibbs.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like they know.
The more you do it, the more you get your face out there, and the more you become confident in your brand, right?
Oh yeah,
everybody
big time.
has a certain amount of like imposter syndrome when you first get into it. Like,
a little bit.
Like you probably
fake it till you make it. Yeah, for sure,
right?
Yeah,
like, you
yeah.
were just like, what am I doing?
I was in
here?
my mom's house with the chef coat. You know what I mean? Making videos.
Exactly.
Dude, yeah.
And you're like, man, this you
got to do it. You have the vision, though. You have the vision of where you want to be, and then you just never let go. You just never.
Yeah, that's such a tool, man. So
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
use it.
Absolutely. I have some more questions here.
Let's go. Let's get it.
And how do you maintain? What keeps you motivated as a business owner?
Money.
Really?
Money.
Hey, that's an honest answer.
Bro,
I like
you
that.
gotta be money motivated.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Like I said, it's a side business right now.
Right.
You know, me going through the little career change and everything. Sometimes you have to fall back and you have to create other plans for income, for money. You know, to make things work. So that's where the idea sprung from. I mean, if I was comfortable being a truck driver, I'd still be being a truck driver. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. But you grow, you just grow out of that stuff, man. So it's like I'd rather take my risk and do something else. So my thought was, you know, create some side income, go back to school, which I'm going back to school now. So, you know, I utilize that and find value in experience and education as well as income. So just trying to stay positive and it's worth it, man. Like and to enjoy the ride is, I think, sometimes better than the outcome. Like
so like how many houses do you do like a week? Probably
houses
like how many you clean, or like any clean jobs? How many jobs do you do a week?
Not even a week. No, like right now I get maybe, you know, 2 to 3 houses a month.
So what if you started getting like 2 to 3 a week?
Yeah, bring it on. I mean,
yeah,
absolutely. The more the merrier, right?
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
build. I would much rather work for myself than work for somebody else.
That's the plan, right? Is to just open up and have that one business. Maybe have like 3 trucks or something like that.
Landscaping, all that stuff. Like I grew up doing that stuff when I was a kid. You know, so
yeah, we were talking about that. How like diversifying. Like you could have like a business that you know you could knock out of the park, but it's like you just going to how like customer to customer with one business. You know, you're kind of
expansion.
Yeah, if you have 3 or 4 services that you can provide that are professional level, they're like, oh, well, you do that. Well, why don't you do this for me because I need it, and then while you're here, you could do that too. You know what I mean? But it's like, you know what I mean? You give them 3 options of what you're able to do or something like that.
Yeah, progression.
Absolutely, man. That's good, man. That's good. How long you been in the game so far? How long since you opened up? Said this is my business. February. Nice. Yeah. Congratulations, man. That's badass, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, it hasn't been long, man, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Not one day that I've went and done this work for my company.
Yeah.
Does it feel like work?
Right.
And I think that's how that's
absolutely
how
that's how it should be.
Yeah. Feel like work.
Because like we're spending our time like how we want to spend it. Like otherwise we'd be either going home, you know, because like for me, like I only see my kids like on the weekends and stuff like that. So I mean, I'd be going home just to watch the movie, or you know what I mean, like doing something.
Time is gonna pass either way.
So why not like do something more productive? And that's what I did, man. Like when I was working at Costco 9 to 5, and then boom, I'd go do personal chef work and just advertise. And if if I wouldn't have a job, like I would sell meal preps or drop off meal preps for people. You know what I mean? Just keep going out there and doing something to get your name out there. You know what I mean? It worked though. It worked. You got to just keep the consistency, like you said.
Consistency and just keep pushing your limits, man. Like when you think you're kind of at a standstill or something, or like I don't know what to do, just fucking do it anyways.
Yeah, exactly, man. Just like a workout plan. I mean, maybe that's where you got your discipline from, or what?
Yeah, probably. And I'm not even disciplined in that, bro.
Like,
no, I'm not disciplined in anything, bro. Like
So let me ask you something. What's your business future, like business plans? I mean, if I were to ask you, like, okay, like I have this amount of money to invest in your business. In 5 years, where do you see your business?
I mean, full service, bro. Like
full service.
Yeah, like I would.
If I were you, I like my advice to you, like, because I know, like, when I first started, I was like, I want to be a personal chef. I want to go to people's homes and cook for them. And people would be like, what are you talking about? Shut up, dude. Like, that's weird. Like, that's weird. I
get that every day.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I meditate. I started meditating, you know what I mean? And we talked about it already kind of, but, like, have a clear vision of your future self. You know what I mean? It could be 10, 20,000 years in the future, but just what are you wearing? Like, what are you, like, driving?
Yeah.
Who are the people around you? You know what I'm saying? And what kind of income do you have? Where do you live? You know what I'm saying? Like, see those clear visions, and then when you actually start working, like, you already know what you're working for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than like, you know, I don't know. I'm not sure what your motivation is day to day. I know it's always money, because like this is a fucking tough world, man. Seriously, like you want to not only make a living, but also make a little bit more to see what's out there. You know what I mean? Like go on vacations and take care of your kids the right way. You know, make sure all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and now, I mean, so I'm going to school right now for so in a couple of years I'll have my master's in construction management, and that's kind of that's a driving force too. Like, I think it all comes down to just building things with my bare hands. Like that's
how you feel useful.
That's my thing. Yeah. So like if I can get into, you know, project management, and then you know, turn that into building houses on the side, you know, building, you know, working for the city, building things in the community. Have you ever? That's fulfilling to me. That's
have you ever volunteered? I did Habitat for Humanity. You ever heard of them? So
yeah.
They're an organization that you just volunteer your time, and then they could throw you in any position. You could be painting or doing drywall or fucking on the roof or whatever.
So I have heard of those guys, and I'm ashamed to say that I have not.
No, I'm not gonna be ashamed, but I'm just saying, because like I know of the entity, and I want to, but I just never do either. Absolutely. You know what I mean? But like I just wanted to let you know about it, because like if you're good with your hands, like, and it's easy. My uncle Freddie, he's in Arizona. He's retired and he's really good with his hands, but so he volunteers a lot of his time doing that, and it's fulfilling as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're building a house for somebody that's gonna get donated, you know, to a family, you know, and like. It's a good cause, you know what I'm saying? So like if you get with your hands, me personally, I would cook for the people that are, you know, like I would cook for you. Well, you know, I mean, I would donate my time to do that. Right. And if anybody's out there that watches and needs me to donate the time to cook for them, I'll definitely do that, no problem. I just realized like I could cook for people, no problem. You came over, if you were at my house right now, I would cook for you. And but if for myself, I would be like, pizza.
Yeah. So right now, so here recently, I've been hitting up the fire departments.
Oh, nice.
Because they got some greasy ass concrete pads, bro. Their places are dirty. So I go to these fire departments, and I'll clean their you know, little front concrete pads. For
there you go. That's one of my.
I do it for free.
Yeah,
I do it for free,
that's one of my questions. Actually, I have a couple more, but that's one of my questions is how you pay it forward, man.
Yeah, that a bunch of. I mean, obviously you do favors for your friends, right?
Sure.
Like I've cleaned my friends' things for free or whatever, but. The fire department is a big one right now. It's pretty cool for me.
Yeah, that should be, man. Like, because I think at a certain point you were like, let me do this for free for my boy. You know what I mean? That way I get some pictures or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then you were like, you know what? I can do this for the fire station. And then, you know what I mean? And actually it'd be a little more fulfilling. Yeah. That's what it takes, though, to open up your when you're doing a business. I know it's like you want money, but it's like at a certain point you're like, you know what I mean? Like you have to have the passion, like to expand to the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what I mean? Not just be like money driven.
It's a silent hand.
In a way, right? In a way,
silent hand.
Yeah, for sure. It just happens, right? It just, yeah, exactly. And that's what
invisible hand. I mean, naturally, that's what business is, right? Like you are. This is a double-sided thing. Like you're going to get a profit, but you're also going to create a service for the community,
right? And then when you realize your power is like, my knowledge, I have a value, right? Because I created it from my work. But then you're like, when I do this for somebody, like for not for free, but I mean, like when you just do it for somebody, you know what I mean? You realize the impact even more, you know what I mean? And I'm always willing to help out. I'm always willing to help out for sure.
Elderly, hit me up. I'll wash your house for free.
There you go. Shout out. I was gonna ask the advice. So like somebody that was in your position where you, right before you thought about like opening up a business on the side, like advice for somebody that is on the precipice of that.
Plan it out. And then plan it again.
Yeah, so like you wrote it out and then you were like talking out loud to people about it?
Yeah. You think about it for months, right? And you think about it and you think about all these little things. But if you don't put it down, if you don't get it down on paper, if you don't
write it in pen,
make a to-do list or like a daily list is king, right? Like, but plan it out. You'll start something and then you'll think about it later and you'll be like, man, I could have done this better. I should have done this better. If you just sit back and plan a little bit more consciously, you can eliminate a lot.
That's good advice, man. Honestly, putting that ink, using an ink pen and writing it down, and then just keep writing what you think, you know, and then eventually.
I got that advice from a very special person, and it's monumental.
Good, man. Oh, whoever that person is, shout out. Seriously, that because like for me too, man. Like I can picture myself writing the menus, and I was like, I'm writing menus that I can picture cooking for people in their home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like a restaurant or anything like that. Dude. It was like these are like comfort meals, but also like really kind of fancy 5-star. So let's do it. And I just kept going. You know, I just kept going and kept going. So that's how you just create your manifest your dream or whatever you see in your mind. Yeah. Create
autonomy and make it. Just a daily task every day, doing the same thing is what makes you better. And by planning, you get a little bit ahead of that.
I like that, man. Seriously, that's facts, guys. If you're listening to that right now, seriously.
I mean, it is what it is. It's only from experience. I mean, it's true.
Yeah, you could have all the education in the world, but experience is a whole different thing, right?
Yeah. Street knowledge.
So talk to me about the line. Define the line between confidence and cockiness.
Ooh. There's a big line.
Yeah.
Confidence does not have to be loud. Confidence doesn't have to be boastful. Cockiness is unnecessary.
No, but it is loud. Cockiness is loud, though, right?
Yeah,
or what?
Right. Exactly. To each his own. To each his own, man. Everybody has to be. There's got to be some cocky motherfucker out there to equal out the
humble.
Yeah. Hey.
That's a good way of looking at things. Because like, I think you come. But at the end of the day, what?
At the end of the day, you could put two of them in the ring and see who knocks the other one out.
True. Hey, there you go. Life is about survival, man. Seriously. And I know cockiness can work as a tool, but as a personality, I don't know, man. I don't know, because like I know what you're talking about. Because like being in Florida, there's a lot of cocky motherfuckers, man. Florida,
it's not a good tool. It's not a good tool because
it's a good tool because like you're somebody talked about like being when you're confident, but then if you're in the driver's seat, you might want to be a little cocky about like what you're gonna get done and how you're gonna. I don't know.
Yeah, I see that. I do. There's always something about. I mean, because we could say all the greats, all the GOATs are cocky, right? Like they,
MJ,
Michael, yeah. Well, who wanted to hang out with that guy after hours? Nobody.
Oh yeah,
right?
nobody, right?
Exactly.
He punched a couple teammates and stuff like that. Yeah.
Straight up, he wasn't a very friendly person to be around.
I said take though. Honestly, I believe though that's kind of like there's a little bit of ruthlessness in success, a little bit. You know what I mean? I mean, just kind of. I mean,
you gotta cut some people's heads off, bro.
Guys, like. You know what I mean? Like, cause people aren't on your level sometimes.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully. You gotta cut some fucking people's heads off.
But like at the time, people aren't like really on the shift. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're about to shift to 6th gear. They're like, oh, I don't know. Should I go to 6th gear? I don't know.
Get there, motherfucker.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's like get there. You know what I mean? But I'm in that mode. That's what I'm saying. Like I just ready to go balls to the wall and figure out what life has to offer. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. And I don't know if I come off as cocky sometimes, but I'm humble in person. If you know me, that's who I am. Seriously,
exactly, and that's what matters. I was gonna say that next. Like the people that really know you are the only ones that matter.
For sure.
And if those people are okay with what you got going on, then fuck everybody else.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, seriously. And then I like the podcast because it's like giving me positive feedback. I know people are saying like, keep the show going, Clay. We like your mode because it's positivity we need in life. But like that return though is the positivity I need in life. You know what I'm saying? Because like, man, it's rough, man. Like working 7 days a week. This past week, especially, man, I was getting 3 hours of sleep just preparing and getting ready for what I had to get done and stuff like that. So, but like, it's like, I do the podcast because I'm passionate about, returning my blessings that I've gotten, and it's coming back. I'm just gonna never stop, bro. I'm just gonna never fucking stop, man. It's really fucking cool, man, being in this mode right now for sure. So I appreciate you all for watching and stuff like that, man, and appreciate you for coming on the show, man.
Thank you.
This is fucking cool, man. To chat with you finally, man. Again, after a fucking couple 10 years or whatever.
51, Florida edition.
Florida edition. There you go, dog. South and North meets. Hey, appreciate you, Mr. Tibbs, dude. It's a pleasure, dude. You, man. Yeah, for sure, man. So stay motivated, y'all. Stay positive and keep going, yo. And keep watching for sure, man. I appreciate y'all.
Sheesh.